day 3 of the FuturePrint Virtual Summit 2020, where after the breaking news, I will be joined by our guests live to discuss their new technology and innovations. So to kick off, I am delighted to announce, and broken for the very first time right here, that Actega Metalprint has now revealed the commercial launch of its much anticipated and groundbreaking Ecoleaf digital technology. Previously owned by Lander and shown for the very first time in its concept form at Drupa 2016, Ecoleaf is a completely unique and sustainable alternative for creating decorative metallic embellishments. Integrated inline into analog presses, digital printing presses, or finishing equipment, or retrofitted to existing equipment, Ecoleaf technology consists of a printed trigger image and a metallization unit that applies a very thin layer of metal pigment onto a donor roller that is transferred onto the trigger image. By creating the trigger image with different printing methods, you can generate a wide range of metallic effects, and the launch of Ecoleaf Digital, utilizing inkjet printheads, now enables seamless and variable metallization embellishments. I will be joined shortly by Jan Frans Allekamp to discuss the importance of this launch for our industry shortly. Next, I'll also be shortly joined by Rob Bossman, Senior Sales Director at Contoweb, who is announcing 2 new product launches at the FuturePrint Virtual Summit: a variable coater for digital priming and overprinting varnish, and developed to alleviate the quality of digital print to match offset, whilst providing access to a virtually unlimited range of paper. Their second introduction is My Contoweb, a digital platform offering Contoweb customers 24/7 technical support, task management performance, and resource analytics. Rob will also be telling me how the company is reacting to the COVID-19 pandemic, with something printers may find very, very useful in this time of uncertainty. Now, UK-based specialist print design and marketing agency Nutshell Creative has risen to the United Nations Open Creative Brief to help disseminate reliable public health information about COVID-19. It has developed an easy-to-use online resource in partnership with vPress, where businesses and organizations anywhere can access, share, personalize, and print the latest and most up-to-date official World Health Organization messaging. The Keep Calm and Communicate website offers a variety of professionally designed and official communications that can be used across digital platforms or printed as floor stickers, posters, or used for direct mail. And to meet the increased demand for these resources in recent weeks, Nutshell is offering to share its Keep Calm and Communicate public health messaging hub to enable printers to respond quicker to inquiries. And there are 3 different routes to choose from that enable its integration. Lucy Swanston, the managing director of Nutshell, commented on the initiative's evolution. We've done a lot of the creative and technical legwork already by developing templates that can be used across digital platforms or printed as floor stickers, posters, or direct mail. We are therefore offering the print industry the option to reuse and share our resources as their own to save development money and time. You can find out all the information on the initiative and how to engage with it, including its T's and C's, on the screen now. Next, in a very fun story, the German Pro Soccer League Bundesliga is aiming for a May return, but fans won't be in attendance as all large-scale public events in Germany are banned until August. But a clever Borussia Mönchengladbach team, try saying that 5 times fast, and thanks to Jans for telling me how to pronounce it, has introduced an idea to give fans some engagement with matches and to help his local economy. Ingo Müller, a member of his supporters club, began selling cardboard cutouts of fans' likenesses to place in the team's Borussia Park stadium seats during games. They cost $20.60 and 10,000 have already been sold. Each cutout gives businesses to a local printer, and Muller says he is sending a portion of the proceeds to fans struggling financially during the pandemic. The team has already stationed 3,000 cutouts across the 54,000-seat stadium. And this is certainly an idea which many of the print-producing football fans listening today may want to suggest to their own clubs. Next, inkjet solutions provider Cal Collins recently confirmed that its ongoing testing of their new Sigma solvent ink has proven the product now has a shelf life of 24 months. Truly living up to the product's slogan of time maximized, waste minimized, the ink's extended shelf life, along with its 12-hour decap time, offers a sustainable alternative for printers who currently rely on solvent ink for HP45 specialty printing systems. Chris Rogers, who is the Vice President of Cow Collins, explained in a statement on the launch, "Now our partners don't have to worry about whether or not out-of-date cartridges will work properly, and they can focus on comfortably running production." Now, on the back of recent news that UK-based Route 1 Print has its new Lander Nanopress up and running, we also learned this week that Lander Digital Printing has appointed Arik Gordon as its new Chief Executive Officer. Arik joins Lander from Orbotech, a global technology company used in industrial and consumer electronics, where he was their Executive VP of Strategy and Growth. Having spent 18 years with Orbotech and 4 years at Cytex Europe, Arik was responsible for the company's future technological growth strategy and its expansion into new markets. So, on to our live interview segment today, and I am very fortunate to have Rob Bossman, Senior Sales Manager at ContiWeb here, to provide us with some deeper insights into the product launches I have mentioned. So, Rob, are you with us?
Yes, I am, Brandon. Good afternoon.
Great, and welcome to the summit.
Thank you.
So, in addition to ContiWeb announcing 2 product launches at the FuturePrint Summit, you're also doing something in reaction to the COVID-19 situation yourself. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Sure, I can. In the situation, as many companies are, we adjusted our company, of course, to work more at home. We adjusted our assembly and production circumstances. But on top of that, since we have quite a huge amount of connection to printing, heat set, web offset printing presses in the world, we let's say, prepare the blog on our website to inform, let's say, printing world, what is the situation, what is the state of the heat set, web offset industry doing at the moment. So we compared 2019 to 2020, and on our website you can find out where the production situation is at the moment.
Fantastic. So MyContiWeb is a product you were planning to launch at Drupa, and I understand the data you provided in the state of the HSWO industry relates to the MyContiWeb digital platform. Is that right?
Sure, that is right. Because in the 90s, we already developed, let's say, remote diagnostic, so connection to our machines, which appears to be a very powerful tool for our service department, helping our customers 24/7, helping on technical on technical breaks, to provide them with the correct analysis, to provide them actually offline, as what we are doing now with the COVID situation. So what we did, we increased our capacity inside tech support to have more people on the telephone supported. But now we're also launching a new application, a digital platform, give you more insights about the printing equipment installed. So MyContiWeb gives printers a possibility to look in their, or let's say, ContiWeb equipment, and for that, look at performance data, look at analysis, look at maintenance programs, can of course have a dialogue on this with ContiWeb. We can put in task management, so we can put in tasks, they can put in tasks. So we have actually a better situation on the dialogue with our customers in a 24/7 environment.
Fantastic. And in terms of this evolution of MyContiWeb and bringing this, this into your company, this really is the sort of cutting edge of what industry manufacturers, OEM suppliers, technology developers are doing in not just supporting their customers with technological innovation, but also this type of business support innovation. What was the real sort of initial drive for you to develop it?
Actually, it's what you say. It is a world of 24/7 process. Production needs to keep up. You cannot. We are talking about uptime, and ContiWeb is providing with a lot of data based on experience. We do this already over 30 years now. Based on those experience, maintain of equipment can be better. Of course, you have always a situation where you need to be corrective. But predictive maintenance, we say proactive looking at data and see that we do the best analysis to provide our customers with the best knowledge and experience.
And you've already seen this roll out. So what's been the reaction so far from your customers?
Really fantastic, really fantastic. We have a lot of enthusiastic, let's say, connections already built up. It's what you show right now in the screen. It's a dashboard, so it's really dedicated to their installed equipment. So even if they need a part, they don't need to look down in a book anymore. They see it provided in the screen. They're connected to our web shop. They can see lead times. They can see the price, etc., etc. So that is on one part great, and it's very enthusiastic how the reply is. And we hope to roll it out for every ContiWeb customer.
Great. So there's one more really important product that ContiWeb have launched at Drupa, would have launched at Drupa, and that's the variable coater. Can you tell us why listeners should be interested in the new product?
Yeah, we for many years ago started to develop our product, or actually to say our core business has always been splicers and dryers for heat set or offset. But the splicers are really for non-stop production, a world looking into. So we developed, redesigned our splicer to be fitted onto a digital inkjet press. Since we are active in that world, in that market, we talk with a lot of customers. What is really the key drivers of, and actually it's the same as the heat set or offset. It's looking at paper costs, the variety of paper. Right? How many papers I have, can I use inkjet printing for every? And we discovered, and that for that reason we developed in conjunction with a big digital printer in Germany, a coater. And it is actually a duplex flat coater we built. For instance, if you talk about the amount of inkjet treated paper versus offset papers, you see that there are more offset papers available. Would it be nice that you can prime it and make it fit for inkjet production?
Yeah. Then
there you see significant cost savings. Right? We make an estimate about 30%. So it is enormous. But we didn't want to build a me too. So talking about the flood coating, we built it for metering technology. And metering technology is compared to what the other coaters in the world are providing. It's not an analog system.
Yes.
And the unique features of ContiWeb VC variable coater is that we can supply any coverage in any amount onto a web, and you can change that number on the fly. So it means that you are 100% flexible in the amount without changing any parts. So that is a unique aspect of the variable coater. On top of that, we built it in such a way that even with web width changes, you don't need to exchange parts. So no sleeve of any notch rollers you need to change. So also they are looking at productivity. So without changing any components, an operator can choose the right amount to apply to a web, but can also, let's say, use different web widths without any concern of losing valuable production time.
Yes. And as the very last question to you, Rob, is that we've seen a lot of innovation across the 3 days of this summit, a lot of technological developments, and we've got another incredible one coming up when I speak to Actega Metal Print in a minute. But what is your advice? You've been in this industry a very long time, you've traveled very widely, you've seen many, many different types of print businesses. If a print business is facing the recovery period now after COVID-19, where do you feel from your experience the real growth markets that they should focus their time and efforts on?
That's a real tough question to answer, Brandon. I think that if you look at technology, which is available today, and we have been in this industry for many years, you already mentioned, I think that most printers should look at, let's say, cost savings, the right ROI, so to say. If you spend money and investing on capital goods, a coater or an auto splicer or an auto rewinder, it's not only the price you have to pay for the good, it's the support you will get from the company. On top of that, it's the cost driver. You need to have a return of investment on that. And ContiWeb is willing to help and to debate and to discuss with every customer, heats about was said, but also the digital customers, digital printers, to help to make this ROI calculation. And for sure, I'm 100% positive with the variable coater. We are on our way to provide the digital inkjet world with a fantastic product, to give you an ROI probably less than 2 years. And I'm not over-exaggerating. We make the calculations. And by the way, this digital printer, where we built and actually have a good relation in Germany, bought the prototype. I think that says something.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time today at the summit.
Thank you, Brandon, for the opportunity.
Pleasure. So now, thanks very much. And we are going to move on to introduce, and I have the pleasure to introduce the Managing Director of Actega Metal Print, Jan Frans Allekamp, who can tell us why Ecoleaf Digital is an important launch and its potential impact, and how it might support businesses emerging from the pandemic. Jan Frans, are you with us today?
Yes, how are you? Good morning.
Yes, great. Thank you very much. Lovely to have you with us. So the first question I'd like to kick off with is congratulations, first of all, on the launch. Very well done. And secondly, what is a trigger image and how is Ecoleaf Digital different from your original solution?
Okay, thanks for the congratulations, Brendan. Our trigger image is actually very similar to a standard adhesive you print for standard cold foil. In our case, it's printed currently in flexo, in rotary screen, in flatbed screen, to bring the adhesive on the substrate, which in our metallization unit transfers the metal pigments onto the substrate. Now, the breaking news is that originally we were only able to print this trigger image in analog printing techniques. And we have been able to do this now also in inkjet, which is really a breakthrough because it delivers another big advantage, which is really seamless and variable metallization. And if you put this all together, we believe in our process, since we are more or less waste-free compared to standard foil processes, you can even call us the only real true digital metallization solution. Since now we are able to print the trigger image in inkjet, and on top we have no waste in our process. And that's why we believe we are the only true digital metallization solution.
So that is really, really exciting news for our industry, that next step up and that evolution in this project. So can you tell us, who is the solution really aimed at?
Yes.
And can you explain just some of its really key benefits for us today?
Okay, pleasure. So we will start in the label industry, focusing on a narrow web format around 430. Later on, certainly, we will expand to other applications, going also into the folding carton space. But this will take some time. First, we focus on labels. For labels, we believe we can deliver a number of significant benefits to printers. First is, of course, our process is a really sustainable alternative in the way you create decorative embellishments. You don't use foil, you don't use in our process, and thereby you reduce the waste associated with this technology. We can be integrated inline almost in all available analog, digital, or finishing equipment platforms, which is a great add-on for existing machines as well. And by using the different printing techniques I mentioned in the first question, you are able to achieve different values. So when you print the trigger image that you mentioned, in flexo, you achieve very, very fine details. When you print it in screen, you can achieve a very nice tactile effect without any embossing. And when you print it in inkjet, of course, as I mentioned, you have the big benefit of seamless and variable metallization. So in summary, we believe our technology can save cost for printers and can save waste for printers. And since both topics, we believe also in the current crisis, are the ones that are of highest importance for everybody, we come at the right point in time into the market.
Yeah, fantastic. And talking about coming at the right point in time into the market, so can you tell those who are on the call and for those who watch this afterwards about the commercial availability of this new technology?
Yes. So currently we are in beta. We also announced our first German beta site already into the market. We are now installing further machines in the coming weeks and months to have a high single-digit number of machines installed by year end. But the important news is we are taking orders already now for next year.
Fantastic.
So we will ship the first industrial machines early next year. And for that reason, we are prepared to take orders, and everybody is welcome to get into contact with me or any one of my team on LinkedIn or via our website or any other digital solution we now are all using in the current crisis.
And that is really exciting news. I mean, for so many of us that saw the development of this technology and saw it launched at Drupa and all of the excitement and the hype around it, it's fantastic that this project has come full circle to now. So really big congratulations on that.
Thanks. It was a lot of work indeed.
Oh, I'm sure.
If you consider that in our process, the way we transfer metal pigments onto a substrate, it's a complete new transfer process. It's almost a complete new printing process. And that's also the reason why it took so much time to get until the point where we are right now.
Yeah, yeah. So really, the next question is, how important is Ecoleaf Digital and the other solutions like it for businesses looking to re-emerge from COVID-19? Really with something to differentiate them. And to give you a little bit of a context for that question is that, at least in the UK, and I'm sure it's the same all over the world, is that we've seen trends that were progressing and may have come to fruition in the next 5 to 8 years, really narrowed down and accelerated. So with things like the print industry moving to become a much more high-end, luxury, differentiated, tactile industry, how important is this technology to allow them to differentiate their businesses?
Okay. So first of all, talking about the importance of digital, I have to quote my dear friend Benny Lander, who invented this technology in first instance a number of years ago. And he once said, everything that can become digital will become digital. And if you take this approach, and if you think about the current embellishment technologies that are available, certainly there's a lot of opportunities for us to come with our solution. When we use the mentioned digital printed trigger image, you really have a process that is fully digital, and in this regards also delivers a lot of sustainability advantages over other technologies. And this is what we are hearing from brand owners in the cosmetic space, but also in the food and beverage space, is of highest importance and will become even more important probably in the coming months and years, because embellishment will continue to have a high impact on consumer behavior, while on the other hand, everybody wants to save waste, everybody wants to save CO2, everybody wants to bring his part into the sustainability agenda of the printing industry. And here I think also together with the possibility that we deliver very strong ROI benefits, like what Rob mentioned also earlier, we really touch on the two biggest topics that are available in the printing industry currently. The one is cost saving, and the other is sustainability improvement.
Yeah, fantastic. And then just the last question for you today is, having seen the development of this technology since the last Drupa and its connection with Lander, of course, can you just give us some idea and insights into what it's been like working on such a big project? And you said you were so busy all the time, and it's your hopes for the future.
Yes, tough question. So we started as a one-man show. Basically, when we took over this technology from Benny 3.5 years ago, I was the first employer, and today we run a team of, I think, more than 40 people now, who are all working only on this subject of Ecoleaf. It took a long way, it took a lot of effort, a lot of investments also for our shareholder, but we believe the opportunity is huge, especially in the current environment. And we are prepared to play a certain part into making printing more sustainable and making printing more digital. And this makes also a lot of fun, and this is very important for the team. And many people of my team work very, very long hours, and we work very tough also in the current environment to install our first machines, which everybody of you knows is not that easy. Traveling inside Germany was possible, but traveling outside into European countries was very tough. And that is why also our initial beta machines outside Germany were a bit delayed. But now things are opening up again, and the team is very, very eager to get into the next steps. And it's wonderful to see our machines and units running at customer sites, and to see also the people engagement to test the new technology. And yeah, it's a wonderful experience. I'm glad I took this responsibility 3.5 years ago, and I'm very happy where we are right now.
Fantastic. And on behalf of my own organization, the IPIA, the Independent Print Industries Association, just a very hearty congratulations for being able to complete this process and move to this next stage of commercial availability. I think it's inspirational for the whole industry to see this type of really high-end technological development taking place. We certainly feel that our print industry globally has a strong and bright future. So, thank you for being part of that.